Once again, welcome back to the topic, that is triangles. In that, today I am going to discuss about congruent figures. Congruent figures. So, what is meant by congruent figures? Suppose, see up here, I am having two objects, that is trapezium. If I keep one over the other, if I keep one over the other, so what happens here? It will superimpose on each other. That means exactly it will fix over one figure over the other figure. That means no difference here on the sides or angles, etc. That means congruent figures are those figures which is having equal sides and equal angles. Equal sides and equal angles. That means same shape, in other words we can say congruent figures are having same shape and same size. Same shape and same size. So what is meant by congruent figures? Congruent figures are those figures which are having same shape and same size. If I put one upon the other, they will superimpose over each other. They will superimpose over each other. It's called congruent figures. It's called congruent figures. Understood? Another example we can give regarding the congruent figures is nothing but our palms. If I keep my one palm over the another palm, so it will superimpose over each other. They are having the exact size and the same shape and the same size, isn't it? So such figures are called as what? Congruent figures. Now we will come to the topic. We are discussing only about congruent triangles. In this topic we will discuss about congruent triangles. Congruent triangles. Congruent triangles. So what is meant by congruent triangles? So when you say that two triangles are congruent, two triangles are congruent. Two triangles are congruent. One is ABC, another is DEF. So we can say that the two triangles are congruent if and only if they should have same sides. That means AB should be equal to DE. Similarly, BC should be equal to EF. Similarly, AC should be equal to DF. That means if I keep triangle ABC upon triangle DEF, it should superimpose over each other. That means it should fit exactly to the another triangle. Understood? So such triangles, and also along with this, along with the side, the angles also should be equal. Angles also should be equal. So angle A should be equal to angle D, angle B should be equal to angle E, and angle C should be equal to angle F. Angle F. So what is meant by congruent triangles? Congruent triangles are those triangles which should have equal sides and also it should have equal angles. Suppose if I keep a triangle ABC upon the triangle DEF, it should superimpose over each other. That means it should exactly fit to the another triangle. No difference should come. Then only you can say they are congruent triangles. So what are the conditions to be satisfied in order to prove that They are congruence. That we will discuss now. Criteria for congruence. Criteria for congruence. Congruence. So what is the criteria for congruence? First one is, we can say SAS axiom. SAS axiom. So what is meant by SAS axiom? Side angle side axiom. That means in a triangle ABC, suppose two triangles are there here, ABC, and one more triangle is there, PQR. One more triangle is there, PQR. So in a two sides and included angle. Two sides and one included angle of one triangle should be equal to two sides and included angle of other triangle. Then we can say that the two triangles are congruent. So how can we define the criteria of congruence using SAS axiom? In a triangle, if two sides and one included angle of the two sides should be equal to two sides and included angle of another triangle, then it is called, these two triangles are congruent to each other according to SAS axiom. According to what? SAS axiom. So this is the condition should be satisfied in order to prove that two triangles are congruent based on the situation given in the problem. Second one is AAS axiom. AAS axiom. So what is meant by AAS axiom? Suppose two triangles are there. PQR and ABC. Two triangles are there, PQR and ABC. So two angles, see, A means angle. Any two angles and one side. Any two angles and one side. One side may be not, it is not compulsory that included side. Any side of a triangle. Two angles and any one side of a triangle, of one triangle, should be equal to two angles and side of another triangle. Then these two triangles are called congruent triangles based on AAS axiom. So what the AAS axiom says? In a triangle, if two angles and one side of one triangle should be equal to two angles and a side of another triangle, then these two triangles are said to be congruent triangles based on what? AAS axiom. Now we come to the third criteria for the congruence. What is the third criteria for the congruence? So that is SSS axiom. SSS axiom. So as the name itself symbolizes, all the three sides, side axiom. Suppose in a triangle, ABC triangle, and one more triangle, PQR. All the three sides of one triangle, should be equal to all the three sides of another triangle. Then these two triangles are said to be congruent based on SSS axiom or SSS axiom. So three sides of one triangle should be equal to three sides of another triangle. Then we can say that these two triangles are said to be congruent triangles. Now come to the fourth criteria. So fourth criteria is exclusively for right angled triangle. So that is RHS axiom. It is exclusive for right angled triangle. Suppose in a right angled triangle ABC, in a right angled triangle ABC, in a right angled triangle ABC is given here. One more right angled triangle is there, PQR. So according to this, one right angle should be there equal. Next, H means hypotenuse should be equal, and any side, either the side containing the right angle or any other side or base should be equal. So RHS means right angle, hypotenuse, side. So right angle, one right angle, hypotenuse and side of one right angle triangle should be equal to right angle, hypotenuse and side of another triangle. Then these two triangles are said to be congruent based on RHS axiom. Based on RHS axiom. So these are the things you have to remember, because when we are doing the sums in the exercise, based on this criteria only we are proving that these two triangles are congruent triangles. So therefore in the next class, in the next session, so I will discuss the first exercise of this chapter, that is exercise 8A. Until then, you just go through what I discussed in the two sessions. So first session I discussed about triangles and different types of triangles, then medians and altitudes. So in this session I discussed about what is meant by congruent figures, what is meant by congruent triangles, and also what are the criteria for congruence. Okay. So in the next session, so I will discuss the problems based on the congruency of triangles. Thank you.